Welcome everybody. My name is Nabraz Basadi and I'm an Extension Program Coordinator for University of Illinois Extension. And I'm here to announce Barrington Area Library's 2023 Seed Library. What you're seeing behind me is an incredible variety of seeds that have been put together not only for library patrons, but for the community at large. So if you go up to the library itself, you're going to see some color-coded drawers. And at the top here on this side of the library, you'll see this light green color that starts off with our herbs. And so you'll find varieties of cilantro, garlic chives, fenugreek, basil, lemon balm, and sage, all kinds of different herbs that can be grown from seed either in pots or in the ground. A neat feature to this library is that all of the details, the growing details that you're going to need in order to be able to start these seeds and have them thrive in your outdoor spaces, all of those details are listed here at the front of the drawer in front of each row of packets. Moving down, you're looking at a variety of vegetables, and those you're going to find those seeds here in the yellow coated drawers. And so you're starting off with varieties of squash. You've also got varieties of spinach, and then you have tomatoes, beans, bush varieties, as well as pole varieties. You're going to find a variety of peppers, radishes, carrots, and then even some corn that you can grow. Moving further down, you're going to start to see this teal colored color coding for the drawers. And there's a couple of drawers down here, and then it moves on into this side of the seed library. So the drawers down there start off with a variety of sunflowers. And so this packet contains multiple seeds of different kinds of sunflowers. So that's really something that you can throw into an open space. And then going further through it, you're going to find varieties of plants such as daisies and blanket flower. And then coming up to this side, you've got this gorgeous array of flowers that are perennials as well as annuals. And if you want more information on those details, come to the library, the Seed Library launch. That's on February 1st, all day long, open to patrons of the library as well as community members. And you'll be able to ask Master Gardeners from University of Illinois Extension any of the questions you have on these seeds as well as your garden spaces. Moving further along in the seed library itself, as we go from the flowers, you're going to go into varieties of specialty plants that you may not find very often in garden spaces. Things such as melons, watermelons. You could even find, we've got some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins that you'd be able to grow from seed and that you'd have ready for Halloween. And then at the bottom, we do have a drawer full of native seeds. Now, native seeds are really gaining popularity, especially here in the Midwest, because they're so tolerant of our weather, being from here, but they are also not intensive when it comes to maintenance and resources. So if you're going to grow any of these native varieties, there are seeds in here for plants such as false indigo. You're going to find cardinal flower, columbine, even rattlesnake master. So if you're going to start any of these plants from seed, taking the packets from the seed library, you want to make sure that you're maintaining them with some extra watering, with a little bit of extra love for that first 2 years. And then after that, they kind of tend to do their own thing. And so it's a great option, especially for those that are looking to establish garden spaces and you really don't want a high maintenance garden down the road. And then moving further down, there are a whole variety of packets that contain seeds from the library's teaching garden outside. And you also have seeds that came from other people's gardens that they were willing to share here with the seed library. So this is a fantastic opportunity for you to be able to come and explore and look through the seed varieties, take some with you, and perhaps start a garden space that's brand new or continuing in the garden space that you've already had established or want to incorporate some new plants. Another great thing about the varieties of seeds that we have in the seed library are that you're going to find some plants that are better suited for pots, and you're going to find some plants that are better suited for an in-ground garden. And so looking at, I had mentioned the herbs earlier, those can all be set up and established and grown in pots. So if you have a patio space, or let's say you have a balcony, and that's, the only growing space you have available, it's okay to grow some of these herbs. Some of the things that I would not recommend in pots may be some of the larger varieties of squash, and that may just be because they may not receive the proper amount of water or nutrition in a confined environment. That being said, there are varieties of cucumbers that you can easily grow in a pot, and you can also put into the ground, and we have that variety here, and that's the muncher cucumber. So it's a smaller variety of cucumber and easily grown in pots. Another good option are the carrots. You've got the nantes. So they're smaller carrots, and these will do fine in a pot as well as in the ground. And then of course, moving into the flowers, you're going to have opportunities to grow things like dahlias or marigolds, which we've seen for years and years in, nurseries as well as garden spaces in pots. And so those will do fine if you're confined in terms of how much space you have to grow in. Another thing to pay attention to is looking at light requirements. And all of those details you're going to find at the front of each row of packets. It's going to tell you what kind of sunlight it needs. So let's say you have a space that's south or west facing. Those are great areas for full sun plants. So once you have your seeds established, you can put those pots out, or you can put the plant out in a full sun area, and it's going to do well. You're going to have certain plants, such as the spinach, and that spinach may not really enjoy harsh sun in July. So for that spinach, you're going to want to find a space that gets a little bit of shade, and so not full shade. It doesn't have to be, in a dark space under a tree, but it can be in a space that may be having east-facing sun. So that's something that you'll be able to note looking at the packet itself. But if you come to the seed launch, if you come to the library launch on February 1st, you'll be able to ask Master Gardeners as well. You're also welcome to check out University of Illinois' Extension website. And on our website, if you search through on any of these plants, you're more than likely to find in-depth details as to how you can grow them and sustain them within these garden spaces. Another good thing to look out for, we do have a quarterly publication, Gardener's Corner, which oftentimes discusses seasonal growing. So if that's something that you're looking for, details on how to grow seasonally, check out Gardener's Corner. And then going back to and wrapping up here with the seed library, if you have questions on any of these plants itself, if you go to the seed library page on Barrington Area Library's website, you'll notice that each seed packet has been referenced, and you can also take it back to its the place where it was bought from or came from, and they have all the details on the plant itself. And then of course, you're always welcome to come here and check out books on gardening at the Barrington Area Library. So we look forward to seeing you on February 1st during the Seed Library launch. It will be happening all day long, and you're welcome to go through the library itself, take the seeds that you want to grow within your garden spaces this year, and feel free to ask us questions. See you soon.